Hello everyone, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out Child by Mark from NCT. Because debuting once just isn't enough for Mark, he's back with another debut, this time for a solo release with Child. Now, there is a bit of an asterisk to this solo release. It's actually under SM Station, specifically a spin-off called NCTLAB. NCTLAB is a 2022 project where various NCT members can show off different colors and individual colors of themselves through solo releases, self-composed works, and I believe it's not just limited to solos, there's even going to be units, so there's a lot to look forward to this year. And we're going to be checking it all out on our channel, so remember to subscribe down below because we will be checking it out, and if you don't want to miss it, make sure to subscribe. But seriously, guys, this isn't a true solo release from Mark, so you know what that means, right? That means that whenever Mark does inevitably make a solo artist release, now I'm making a differentiation because under Station, it's a different thing, but when I say solo, a true solo release, I mean as a solo artist, kind of like in the way that Taeyeon does with the promotions, with the album, etc., etc. So when that happens, you know what that means? Mark is going to show us that he can debut solo twice. It's quite incredible what Mark has done at this point, but I'm not just talking about that. I mean, jokes aside, seriously, Mark at this point is synonymous with the NCT brand. And yeah, frankly, it's because he has re-debuted so many times under different groups, different brands like Super M. And it's also because, I mean, why wouldn't he? His rapping style, his flavor, his power is so unique. And it's what makes a lot of NCT songs stand out. But me and my friends, you know, we always talk about Mark whenever we do talk about NCT, and we've always been curious as to what his individual solo style is going to be. And so when I heard that this was coming out, I was jumping out my seat excited. I'm so looking forward to this. Now, before we actually get into the video, though, real quick, let's make a quick plug. Guys, patreon.com/formatherapy is the place to go if you want to help keep the lights on our channel. So we don't make money doing any of our reaction videos. All of the ad revenue goes straight to the label or the distributor. So if you want to support the channel, help us keep doing this. If you enjoy the videos, consider visiting our Patreon. Not only would you be monetarily supporting the channel, we actually have bonus content there for you guys. We did, specifically NCT related, that is, we did a listening party for NCT's Universe album last month. We also checked out NCT 127's sticker favorite albums, and also we check out variety content as well. We checked out NCT World 2.0, we checked out NCT Dreams Chillin' in the Dream, and a lot more. We do survival content, K-dramas, so if you want to check all that out, come visit us over on our Patreon. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily if you can't or don't want to. Just simply hit the like button down below. It's a free, simple, easy way to help us out. And please consider subscribing. It would really help us out. And like I said, we're going to be checking out the rest of NCTLAB. All right, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. We really appreciate it. Let's get into the video. This is Child by NCT's Mark, and this is your form of therapy. Oh, this is a very strange vibe. Ooh, singing. Hold on, sorry. Subtitles are in Korean again. Ooh, that's nice. It's my question, many questions. 사람들이 바라본 난 누구야? Who am I? Who will be? 다른 밤 같은 nightmare. Why? Kill my night. 너가 부셔버린 밤에. This sounds like a pre-chorus.
too much. Don't waste my time. 거기까지만. Hey.
Oh no, that sounded like a chorus, post-chorus?
But the fit is to the point, 꿈이라는 게 세영이라면 내 머리는 그걸 빙빙 도는 earth all day. I'm alert, it's a curse, yeah it hurts, I don't know my own strength. There's a lot that I don't know, but you learn when you don't know. Red on my Valentino, 부실래 내 책임감. 자유로운 때까지 뒤는 돌아봐. 꿈은 남이 되고 싶어서 이 사회와 Propane 불어와 I need it blowing out. 투박해야 느껴지는 반말. 가시길로 쉽게 못 넘기는 널. How'd I get so bitter? Brother liquor, I don't feel the same on a day. Tell me later.
Ooh. When his voice broke a little at later, that was great. So this is the chorus.
Many questions. 사람들이 바라본 난 누구야? Who am I? Who will be? 다른 밤 같은 nightmare. Oh why? 혹시 누군간 공감할까? 지금만큼은 알아주면 안 될까? Oh yeah, sir. Whoa, yes. Yeah. Don't say no, 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 no. I'm saying what's on my mind. I'm trying to spend this day just like yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
Oh wow. Wow. Honestly, that was not what I was expecting. That was so surprising. So, I don't know about you guys, and please sound off in the comments. What were you expecting from Mark's solo release? I mean, I thought we would be getting something that would be a little bit more rooted in hip-hop and rap, kind of very similar to what we hear with NCT's different sounds. I mean, I knew it wouldn't sound like an NCT song, but I didn't expect it to be this different. But it's fantastic. And in that way, I see why it's a station release. This definitely would work only as either a B-side on an album or on a station release. This is not really the title track material. That's not necessarily a bad thing. But, you know, even song-wise, this doesn't follow typical K-pop song structure formats. I think it goes, you know, like intro or like chorus intro, verse 1, chorus, post-chorus, verse 2, 3, no bridge, and then outro. And in that, it is a much more interesting structure, but also a very simple structure. And something that I personally really like about the song overall, and what I really like what this does for Mark's music going forward, his solo music going forward. I feel like this feels like, and we're going to look back on this. I feel like we're going to look back on this and see that this was a precursor to the start of Mark's solo musical career. And I think Child is a very appropriate start to that. You know, he said he wrote this a long time ago, and I don't know how old Mark is now, but still, he did an incredible job of portraying the teen angst and struggle. I mean, the song tackles the hardships one faces growing up, maybe what he faced growing up. And that's also what I really like, especially with rap music. For me, I just really like rap music that tells a story or is telling one's truth rather than just rapping about nothing. And I really, really like that. Whether this is a story he made up or it's relating to Mark's personal struggles growing up, it talks about the different hardships that teenagers face. And you know what? That's not inherently unique. A lot of bands, musicians, groups have tackled that concept of teen angst and struggles that you face in your youth. But what I think makes Mark's Child unique is his approach to it, the sound that he went for. I think most oftentimes when you go for the teen angst sound, you go for something that is either way more colorful or explosive or aggressive, whether it's rock music or pop music. It's just because the age of youth is a very heightened time, especially emotionally. A lot of youth-oriented songs tend to be like that. But what Mark does and touches on, which I think very rarely is touched on, is the listlessness. This song feels really empty, but like on the inside. You know, he somehow captures the struggle of being a teenager, the empty feeling, the sort of lost waywardness of it. You know, when you're young, you're still trying to figure your life out. There was a very interesting line in the beginning. He said, "If I'm such a troublemaker, why do you keep asking me questions?" You know, there's a lot of very poignant lyrics in this song that I think are really, really great. And yeah, I don't think most artists have touched on the very empty feeling of what it's like being a child, what it's like trying to figure your life out. I think this is a feeling that lasts with most people into your 20s, into your mid-20s. And yeah, I think most adults will tell you, if you're still even in your early 20s, to adults, you're still a child to them, you know? And I totally agree. I think the concept of a child is not defined by your age. A concept of a child is defined by where you're at in life, and especially that trying to figure yourself out, trying to discover yourself, trying to know what path you want to go down, worrying about what society thinks about you, worrying about who like maybe it's your family or your friends or etc. think about you. And so Mark touched on something that I think not most people do, and in a very poignant way. I would say for me, it's really a solid 9 out of 10. I think this has incredible replay value. It's not like the fun, kind of like in your face attitude hip hop that I was expecting, but I actually really, really dig it. And in fact, I think I like it more because it's telling me more about Mark. This is telling me like what his personal style is. And if that's the case, I need an album, SM. Give him an album, please. I'm sure he's got a library ready. But Child was awesome. It was really, really good. In terms of the music video, nothing necessarily special about the music video that stood out to me. It's a station video, so I don't think they were necessarily trying to break the mold here. It's just a nice aesthetic video, kind of leans into the gritty hip-hop visual look. That's what's also interesting. I really thought this was going to lean the more hip-hop route because I saw the teaser photo that was released for Mark's Child, and it kind of has that sort of very underground hip hop sort of vibe, very similar to like B.I.'s type of stuff. But that's not what we got, and you know what? I'm okay with that. But yeah, I would give this a solid 9 out of 10. I would love to check this out again, but SM loves to block my videos, so I'm not going to risk it by playing the song again. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Guys, I'm curious. What did you guys think about Mark's Child? You know, I know it doesn't have the typical K-pop song structure, but I think the vocal parts really make this song pleasant to listen to, and it gives it a lot of replay value. And I know singing is not necessarily foreign to Mark. Mark has sung in various different NCT songs, but I'm surprised by the song being just driven majority by singing. Like this song is 80% singing with I would say 70% singing with like 30% rapping. And even his rapping is not his usual rapping style. But again, because of that, that's why I love it. It just goes to show that Mark is such an all-rounder type of artist. But that was so good. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to know, like, even if you've seen the teaser, before seeing the teaser, when you heard that Mark was going to be debuting solo, did you have some kind of assumption of what you thought his music was going to sound like? I'd love to know what everyone's initial assumptions were, if it was similar to mine or completely different. Also, one more question. Going forward with the NCTLAB project, whose solo release are you looking forward to? I'm sure that going forward, there's going to be like a solo release or a unit release that I was like, oh my God, I didn't know I even wanted this type of thing. But You know, I have always wanted to hear more from Johnny. Johnny has shown like bits and pieces here and there where I'm like, oh my God, I want to hear more of that. I want to hear more of Johnny singing, or I want to hear more of Johnny rapping. And I really, really want to see something more from Johnny. Definitely Taeyeon. I think Haechan would also be really nice. I think various members of Dream as well. I think I'd love to hear something from Taemin, Ranjun, and I wonder what, like, I'm probably the least familiar with Wavy, because Wavy I've really only heard like their title tracks, so I'm not as familiar with Wavy. But I wonder if we're going to be getting something similar like we got with 10 solo releases before. But yeah, let me know which one you guys are looking forward to, and if there's any sort of unit collab that you're looking forward to. You know, if it comes to a unit collab, I don't know. Nothing strikes out to me specifically. And I'm also looking forward to seeing something from Taeyong, because Taeyong's SoundCloud stuff has always sounded really, really good, and I'd love to see it on SM Station with the music video. But guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this, please consider visiting our Patreon once again. It's a great way to support the channel, but you don't have to support us monetarily if you don't want to. You can just hit the like button down below. You can go ahead and hit subscribe. Over here, actually, we're going to have a button for you. And check out our other videos over here, and we'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.